one man's opinion and all of crypto is impacted, including XRP. XRP at 57.5 cents. Looks like we had a little pop up probably from the interest rate cut that just came out, half of a basis point. Let's check the others. Quant pushed up pretty hard. We're at $72 now. So it pushed up to 73.48 with the interest rate cut. It's pulled back some. We'll probably see this battle as people take profits. Let's look at Crypto Trading Fund. Crypto Trading Fund at $1.03. I can now, I down cost averaged, so I can now take profit at $1.15. That's probably where, on trading, that's probably where I will be at. But if you look at that spike, look at that. It went up to $1.64. Somebody sold into that strength and collected that cashola. Pretty cool. We really live in a world where there are a few people that can cause major shifts in the economy, major changes between different types of industry. Elon Musk is one of those, and there's a person who changed his opinion about something, and then it's going to it opens up the possibilities for thousands and thousands of companies because he has such great influence. And I thought we would just talk about that. It's interesting to me. Stick with me. Watch this. It's really interesting to me. I hope it's interesting to you. Here we go. Let's take a look at these companies. Microsoft, Apple Incorporated, NVIDIA Corporation. These all have something in common. Do you know what it is? Amazon, Meta Platforms, Alphabet, Eli Lilly, Alphabet Inc., Tesla, United Health, JP Morgan Chase, iShares, Visa, MasterCard. You know what these have in common? ExxonMobil, Johnson & Johnson, Costco, Procter & Gamble, Home Depot. Look at these companies. Walmart, Netflix, Coca-Cola, Oracle, Adobe, Advanced Micro, Chip, I think that is, PepsiCo, Salesforce, Bank of America, iShares, Chevron, Thermo Fisher, Cisco Systems. I'm not going to wear you out, but Qualcomm, International, Texas Instruments, Abbott Labs, Verizon Communications, ServiceNow, Applied, McDonald's Corporation. You know what these have in common? Wells Fargo, S&P Global, Caterpillar, Pfizer. Do you know what these have in common? Philip Morris. Okay, we're only at 58. Now let's scroll down through here and see how many we're talking about. We're talking about, hundreds of companies. All right. 4,878 companies. Is that amazing? Now, why is that significant? Well, BlackRock holds all of those holdings, and you know who that's run by, right? Larry Fink. Check out this video by that Larry Fink in an interview and see what he said. Check this out.
Now, I know you have been a leader in willing to embrace crypto. You have made it so that people can be in Bitcoin. We hear that you are thinking about Ethereum. These are incredible things. Now, BlackRock is not known as a gunslinger by any means. So you obviously must believe that this maybe is an alternative. Is this an alternative in order to be able, because of a deficit, maybe something long-term people should have?
Absolutely. As you know, I was a skeptic.
Yes.
I was a proud skeptic. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, debasing their currency by excess deficits. and some countries are. I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it as one alternative to, I would say, the optimism that I have in the world. If you want to hedge hope, Bitcoin is not an instrument for hope unless you're hopeful you're going to make a lot of money on it. But I look at it as a vehicle in which you're expressing your financial acumen in something that you're more frightened of the world, you're more frightened of your existence. And I believe there's a great industrial use for it. And I think a lot of people are missing that.
I couldn't agree more. I changed my mind about it when you did. You had been my thinking. It was like, you don't believe in it, so I can't believe it. I want to thank Larry Fink for the message of optimism.
Thanks.
And also for a great quarter. Larry Fink is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of BlackRock, I think the most important investment company in the world.
Thanks, guys. Carl.
I know you guys understand the significance of Larry Fink changing his opinion, because he changed his opinion and then the ETFs came about, didn't they? Also, he has tokenized some funds. You remember when XDC popped in price, turned out to be another company. Now XDC, I believe, still did the work, but it wasn't a direct correlation. So then we had a sell-off on XDC back down to whatever it's at now, 2.5 cents or whatever. However, you see all those companies, 4,878 companies. I mean, to the Google and, Metaverse and all these huge companies, gigantic companies. The influence that Larry Fink has is tremendous, Now he is talking about Bitcoin as a store of value here, but we also know he's embraced tokenization of real world assets. He's embraced, the Visa and MasterCard have embraced using XRP to transfer funds. If there was one guy that was going to be a major influence on mass adoption, Larry Fink would be that guy, wouldn't he? Who else would be? Who else would be? Now, with all the money that he controls and he wants to move ahead in things, he has money to spread around, doesn't he, for political parties. What's interesting? I just throw this out there, for everybody who likes a good conspiracy. These are just some facts. Did you know both shooters on Mr. T had worked for BlackRock? Did you know that? Isn't that interesting? Now, I don't think that's, they found, BlackRock's huge. So, as big as they are, you probably would be considered working for BlackRock, Chances are many of you, if they detailed it out, it might end up being Larry Fink in charge of one of the companies that because I don't know how they do that relation, if it's a direct relation or just one of the companies that he works for, that they end up saying, hey, he worked for BlackRock. I think the first shooter did a commercial, was on a commercial with BlackRock. Now, any other related details, I don't know. And this new guy, there's not a lot of details out there, but I saw somebody announce that news. I should say that's what I heard. I haven't validated that particular information on the second shooter, but that I did hear that. But with all of that influence and all of those companies, do you see how mass adoption could take place when you manage 4,800 companies and you see something as cost effective If your job is to be a cost-effective person in charge and you're to do a good job, well, if it works for one, wouldn't you want it to work for all? So I don't know what his influence would be with those companies in managing them. It may not be to that detail. I don't know. That's something I thought I would ask you. Many of you may already have the answer for that kind of thing. What kind of influence do you think this man has, Larry Fink has, for, let's say, Tesla? Because we know Elon's not going to be controlled. Do you think there is a little bit of influence, over Tesla, since that's one of the holdings for BlackRock? Tell me what you think. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's do it this way. In the comments. I love it when you guys respond in the comments. It's so fascinating. Is it not fascinating for you too to scroll through the comments and see the answers? So if all you do is put a number 1 to 10, 1 being he's not effective at all over Elon Musk, or Tesla, and 10 being, is micromanaging all of these companies and will tell them what to do. And then, give me your number, what you think this influence has. It does have influence, don't you think? BlackRock influences the world. If he does something, they're all thinking about it. And he has so much money, and there's so much money involved, something's going on. Hey, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching my video today. I'll see you next video.